The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitutes an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and what you just heard was the beginning of Edward Bernays' 1928 release Propaganda, which exposes how the emotions and the opinions and the ideas of the masses can be easily swayed into the direction of the propagandist. And as you can tell from the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about how this applies to Reddit.com, but more importantly, how we need to look to Steem.com as a new alternative. As of today, in June of 2017, Reddit ranks in at number 4 of the top websites in all of the United States, and it ranks as the number 7 most popular website in the whole world. The website is now receiving billions of views from all over the world, and with over 542 million monthly visits, Reddit and its user-based system is quickly becoming one of the most important innovations we've seen in the history of the internet. But where did this all begin, you may be asking? Well, how many of you remember a website called dig.com, where users of the website could upload their content, and then the community would either dig or bury your content, essentially ranking its position on the website, and if a lot of people digged your stuff, you'd make it to the front page and therefore get a ton of views. The idea itself and the concept was really quite brilliant, but Dig ended up falling on hard times when it had a complete overhaul of its website with a new design and a new function in how it operates. Users began complaining of rampant censorship in the form of bury brigades, who at the time were downvoting anything that had to do with Congressman Ron Paul. So they were essentially deciding for the community which ideas and even which politicians would become popular and which ones wouldn't. The website was sold in 2012, and a number of patents were sold to LinkedIn for around $4 million. LinkedIn is owned by Reid Hoffman, a good friend of Peter Thiel of PayPal, who just so happened to have arranged the first meeting between Mark Zuckerberg and Peter Thiel, which led to Thiel's initial $500,000 angel investment in Facebook. Hoffman invested alongside Thiel in Facebook's very first financing round. And wouldn't you know it, both Peter Thiel and Reid Hoffman are very influential members within the Bilderberg Group, having just spent time there together in Chantilly, Virginia earlier this month. So Bilderberger Hoffman, who was an initial investor in PayPal and who owns LinkedIn, this social networking platform, he bought up the patents to Dig, which is now being squashed and just exists as a relatively unknown website in the back corners of the internet. But with Dig out of the way, Reddit could now serve as the go-to site where the users could decide what's popular or not. And in the beginning, when I signed up over 6 years ago, that's how it was. I was beginning to like what was becoming known as the Reddit community, but things changed very, very quickly. As this Redditor points out, one of the first things they did was to take away r/reddit.com, which essentially removed the ability to contact anyone at Reddit. The power then resided in individual subreddits, obviously the more popular ones. There was a power grab to become moderators of these subreddits, and then once the default subreddits were completely controlled, drastic changes began to occur. Blatant censorship got completely out of control, and the Reddit community quickly adopted the ideas and the emotions and the opinions of the propagandists, rather than being a true reflection of what society likes or dislikes. CEO of Reddit Steve Huffman even spilled the beans when in an interview he declared the following: "We know all of your interests. Not only just your interests that you're willing to declare publicly on Facebook, we know your dark secrets. We know everything." I knew Reddit was being manipulated when I saw just how popular the new Pope became on Reddit, considering the Reddit community are generally atheist. The Reddit community used to hate the Pope and Catholicism in general, but when the socialist-leaning, or I should say flat-out communist Pope Francis came into power, the Reddit community welcomed him with open arms. Not because they've all of a sudden had a change of heart and they now trust Catholicism, but it's because it plays into the agenda of those who are pulling the strings to ensure that Pope Francis's ideas are accepted by the masses. And with Reddit now being the #7 top website in the world, it has a huge sphere of influence when it comes to manipulating the ideas and the emotions and opinions of the masses. So there is now one way and one way only that we're going to be able to stop this propaganda machine, and that is with blockchain technology, which is exactly what Steemit.com has brought to the table. And on top of that, Steemit rewards the users with Steem dollars, a cryptocurrency that is generated by the website, which is designed to empower the user, not silent partners and angel investors and propagandist overlords. And as Steemit.com grows in popularity, it's going to increasingly become a threat to the propaganda machine that is currently using Reddit and Facebook to manipulate the opinions of the masses. And no, this is not a paid plug. No one from Steemit.com has asked me to make these videos. I'm doing this because I see it as a major game changer and something that truly has potential to become a massive thorn in the side of the 21st century propagandist. So if you're not on there already, go sign up at Steemit.com and be sure to follow me at @PressForTruth, as I now upload all my content there first to ensure its place in the blockchain so it can never be altered or messed with. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share the content if you found the info useful. And as an independent media organization who is combating the propaganda of the mainstream media, I need all the help I can get. So please check the links in the description to find out how you can either donate or how you can join us as a PFT patron at patreon.com/pressfortruth. That's all for today, my friends. Don't miss out on the social media revolution, and stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.